It's been a while, but here's a quick summary. We were contacted by a doctor for Timothy Lee. He was in an unexplained coma. We've since found out that there are 5 people in unexplained comas around the world. Well, I say 5. One of them died at the end of the last thing. Spoiler. So we're down to 4. We're going to try and not have any dead bodies today, but I can't promise anything. It's linked to some mysterious thing called Cadmos AI, and this is what they're promising.
The light bulb, the television, the computer, the smartphone. Each of these technological breakthroughs changed the world.
The world!
Today, the world changes again. Our lives will never be the same. No more cooking, no more cleaning, no more laundry. Imagine a home where something does all these tasks for you. Well, you no longer need to imagine. Introducing a world-changing innovation from Cadmos AI.
Cadmos?
The Cadbot 1.
Cadbot 1?
The world's first robot housekeeper.
Uh-oh. I mean, anything that ends on a sting like that can't be good. So there's some nefarious global organisation. We're going to try and investigate them without any more people being killed. Can't promise anything, though, so we shall see how it goes. So it's time to open the box. Here we go. SSTA, bringing the tone down. I mean, probably has already happened. Here we go. Let's open the box. Here we go. Opening the box. Apparently it's quite a note-heavy week this week, so everybody get a pen handy. Here we go. So we have here, oh, yes, okay, we've got a pin. Let's, here is the pin. Oh, I mean, that's a friendly thing, isn't it? Friendly. That is this month's pin badge. Okay. An envelope from the Hanover Centre. Begin your investigation here, and a please do not bend. That is a principle to which I adhere every month. Anyway. Okay, begin your investigation here. Ooh, ooh. Oh, it feels like a coin in here. There's something round and circular there. Here we go. Dear Detective, we're sorry to report that in accordance with the information you were sent, Toby Albrecht is indeed dead. He is one of the people who we investigated last month, and at the end there was a horrible, horrible little skull and crossbones over Hanover, where he was residing, and now he's dead. I shouldn't be so happy, but I am. Timothy's life remains in danger until we can catch whoever is responsible for these crimes. Following your discovery that the blackmailer is focusing on the launch of a new robot made by tech company Cadmos AI, Arthur, Timothy's brother, has travelled to Hanover and has sent a package for you from there. Its contents are enclosed. Tebow, tell me that factoid, actually, because I still haven't solved it, because things got very, very busy. So there was no bonus puzzle in between months 2 and 3, but there was a bonus puzzle that I forgot to tweet about between months 1 and 2. And it was a coding style puzzle, and Tebow has solved it, and has apparently got a little interesting factoid. So if you can let me know that, that's great. I'm going to start opening this Hanover folder, and then I'll do the Do Not Bend folder. So here we go. And the winner is Moonlight. No, sorry, La La Land. Oh goodness, okay, there is... Okay, I was wrong. There is not one round thing in here. There are many! Oh no, that's not gone well. Oh no. Hang on. Oh dear. Come here. There we go. Thank you. There's many... Oh, that's so dusty now. Okay, they've all got letters on it. It's number 35. Okay, there might be some more. They're all different colours. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my goodness. Is that it? Okay, that is everything that is in that envelope. I think that is all the coins. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody remember that. If I only have 7 later, something's gone wrong. I've got 8 of them, and they've all got 2 initials on. They've all got a different colour as well. Sure, that'll be relevant. Anyone for a game of poker? The Hanover Centre. Dear Detective, I really hope I can help you with this issue. As head of security, I don't like to think that any of our staff might be susceptible to blackmail. Since Paul went on compassionate leave, we've completely redrawn our security plans for that night, which will be, I assume, the night of the launch. We're due to have 8 guards on patrol, 5 of whom are permanently contracted security guards here at the centre, and 2 are temps. The 8th guard due to be working that night is actually me. I promise you that I am not being blackmailed. If I was, I wouldn't be risking things by speaking to you now. So that... I mean, I don't believe him to start off with. So that narrows down your list from 8 to 7. You've actually contacted me at a very good time, as we've just written our internal reports on each of our permanent guards. I thought it would be easiest to simply send you the report for each guard that will be working that night shift. And I can show you here, we've got lots of people. Looks like that they're report cards. There are indeed 7 here. Hang on, there's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe there's a 7th and I haven't found it. Okay, there only appears to be 6 there. That may or may not be relevant. I thought it'd be easiest to send you the report. Hopefully that will narrow down who the target could be. I also think you'll find the files on our internal file system useful. I can't give you my current password, as that would be a security breach. Good security man, but I can tell you that my password in January last year was KF0801SP. My username for the file system is Fuckle. FKLE, I'm going to say in future, not Fuckle. I've sent some information about passwords and the like from our IT department as well, just in case it's useful. The 2 temp staff on shift that night are from Temp Staff Global. Now, we came across them last month, didn't we? Their names are Hendrik Ausler and Evila Patrickson. If you want more information on them, it's best to contact Janet at TSG. Her email is that. I have also sent you each other guard's patrol route for the night before Cadmos AI, so that you could see where the guards are stationed throughout their shifts. These have changed since Paul was due to work that shift. Nevertheless, I've included a list of which doors Paul's keycard was able to open. You've got a floor plan of the centre and some tokens you can use to represent each guard in case that's of use. That's the 8 things. It's an A2 piece of paper again, but I'm on to you. I can cope with that this month. Finally, I've included some email correspondence between our operations and logistics manager, Hannah Scheller, and a representative from Cadmos AI, which might be of use to you. I hope that is a huge amount of information. Clemens, thank you. Okay, so there's this. Dear Paul, here is a list of doors in the Hanover Centre you can access, including the keycard you have been issued with, and there is a set of doors there, D 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20, 20, 26. Everything else is inaccessible. Fine. Dear Detective, I'm just going to barrage you with information at the moment. I'm fully aware of this. These are the hourly patrol routes on the night before the Cadmos AI event. These are all the rooms that the guards will do thorough sweeps of. Each guard's uniform has a tracker in it to ensure they don't deviate from their routes. I hope this comes in handy. Thank you, Clemens. Thank you, Clemens. Hello. I'm writing to introduce you to the internal IT systems we use at the Hanover Centre. We have 2 main systems which can be accessed here. I will be going there in a few minutes. Yes, I do agree, Meredith. I reckon that those will be the initials on the tokens. Internal email system is just a standard system which allows our staff members to send and receive emails internally, nothing revolutionary. Internal file system is where we keep all files relating to employees, contracts, visas, internal reports, etc. It's our belief that employers should be very transparent, and so if your manager can see a file about you, then you can also view the same file. It is a very unique system and has led to a couple of quite awful employment tribunals, but we're going to stick with it. Security employees use the same password for both systems. Our systems are incredibly secure. I'm going to hack them though, because these passwords are automatically changed each month, and employees are not allowed to choose their own passwords for security reasons. The password system is very tricky to hack. I personally designed the system when I started working for the Hanover Centre in February, exactly 8 years ago. I'm confident that it is secure. I'm so confident that it is secure that I'll actually tell you my first ever password. It was HW0002IT. I hope you found this to be an informative guide to our internal IT systems. Yes, I should actually also look at the back of each of these, just in case, because this has been my downfall. Nothing on the back of any of them yet. Last piece of paper from the Hanover Centre, aside from the very large floor plan. Okay. RE Cadmos AI launch event. Thank you for the information from Hannah. Hi Hannah, I'm sorry I would never dream of mocking you. Thank you for making the security arrangements for us. You should also know that if any of our equipment is tampered with, it will make a ringing noise for 30 seconds, which can be heard 5 metres from the door of the room that it's in. Formalist regardings, Lord Micah T. Gates Esquire. And then, dear Mr. Gates, I hope you are not mocking me. I've instructed Clemens, our head of security, to increase the number of security guards on patrol whilst your equipment is in the building so it is adequately protected. Okay, so the important thing is alarms can be heard 5 metres from the door. Oh, goodness, I'm glad I turned it over. I appreciate your very formal response. We thank you most kindly for setting aside that storage space. We'll move all our equipment to those spaces. So we have booked the following rooms for you. So there's a set of rooms there. My goodness, this is going to be intricate, isn't it? And then, hi Hannah, I was looking forward to launching your... I've realised that I've now read it in reverse because it's an email chain, isn't it? Looking forward to launching our product. I was told to contact you regarding booking some rooms. I think we need 7 different spaces. 4 would be for promotional materials and 3 would be for the key technical equipment. So there's going to be 3 key rooms and 4... or 4 for promotional materials. Okay, that's all of that. And now there's this, the do not bend envelope, which is sealed with super strong glue. I'm going to say that it's muscle loss during lockdown. So tempting to bend. Right, I really should have started with this, because this is the letter from Arthur. Oh, hello. Oh, there's a couple of things in here, though. Oh, yeah. Good evening, Aidan, and hi, Foggy. I think that is everything. Hello, Detective. I can confirm Toby Albrecht has been found dead. I've been to see Paul, his father, to try and work out what has been going on. Paul told me he has been blackmailed. The blackmailer wanted Paul to give them his security pass and uniform so they could impersonate him and gain entry to the Hanover Centre. They wanted to access the 3 rooms where components for the Cadmos AI robot were being stored the night before its grand unveiling. They targeted him because they knew his keycard could access these 3 rooms. The blackmailer was organising a place for Paul to drop the keycard in uniform. However, communication suddenly ceased and Toby was killed. I assume this was sadly a result of our investigation. Probably. Now the blackmailer has killed Toby, Paul obviously won't be giving the blackmailer his keycard in uniform, but I doubt the plan has stopped. They'll have found another guard to blackmail instead. We must find out who that is and stop that from happening. I've enclosed a dossier on the Hanover Centre security arrangements, which are prepared for you by Clemens, their head of security. I've also sent you the information that the blackmailer had sent Paul about the drop location, a diagram labelled S-Bahn, and a strange looking ticket. It doesn't feel like a complete trail. These are they, by the way. So I suspect the blackmailer ceased communication before giving him all the information. When you've figured out which guard they're going to be blackmailing, email me their name. I'm still in Hanover, so hopefully I can stop them. You can reach me at this email address. I think a good place to start would be identifying which rooms in the Hanover Centre the blackmailer wanted access to. So that is our first part of the puzzle. Probably just a surplus of envelopes from last time. So we have this S-Bahn thing, so that is a generic railway network of some kind. And a strange ticket. Locker number section B, 172. There's an H there, which might mean Hauptbahnhof, possibly. But anyway, we've got a tag here for locker number 172. So, I think a good place to start would be identifying which rooms in the Hanover Centre the blackmailer wanted access to. We know that there were 7 rooms that they wanted access to. There were 7 rooms that have been booked. 109, 111, G08, G27, G29, B05 and B10. 3 of those are the ones that we're interested in. Now, do we have from Paul? Do we have Paul here? No, we don't know which rooms Paul had access to, because we know that Paul had access to the 3 rooms that are particularly interesting. Giselle, Klaus, Heinrich, Clemens. Okay. So we've got some review cards as well. So we need to identify the 3 rooms and which guard has access to all of them. Correct. So I should also just quickly show you this. This is the floor plan. This is the floor plan. I will zoom out in a few minutes, but you can see it's a pretty meaty floor plan. There's a ground floor, there's a first floor, and there's also a basement. Basement begins with B. This is the backstage floor plan. These are the ground floor, and this is the first floor. Do we have... we also have a scale for 5 meters in the corner. So we'll be using the tokens to move them round here, because there's probably we're going to have to move them all one at a time, I would imagine. But we've got these paths. Which rooms in the Hanover Centre the blackmailer wanted access to? Do we just cross-reference these 7 with some of these? Is that what we're doing? Because we know that Paul had access to all 3. We had an email with a list of rooms Paul's keycard could access. Did we? So the email is that... Aha, yes we did. Yes we did. So, dear Paul, here is the list of doors in the Hanover Centre you can access. So let's correspond. 109 is not in this. He could only do D. Hang on. Why do all these begin with D and none of these begin with D? Okay, that's frustrating. What's going on there? Doors, not rooms. Ah! Yes. Perfect. Here we go. We're off. Right, time to change the camera angle. Whoop! Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh dear, yes, okay. You're going to have to go upside down for a second. Hang on. Okay. I am prepared. It does indeed. It does indeed, Caroline. We get a map with all the doors. Yes, I'm aware it's upside down. It's about to tweak. Indeed, no, Calvin. Very disappointing. You get to see my trousers. Thank you for the follow, Funkin' Buzz. Hope you're doing well tonight. There we go. And now let's rotate the board. That's going to get annoying quite quickly. I've lost my mouse. Here it is. Congrats on wearing pad. Always a bonus at this point in time. Transform, rotate 1AC, and of course it's going to do that fine. There we go. So we have the doors. So we will note with these doors which room he has access to. So just finding So actually the way to do it is, we've booked the following rooms for you. So room 109 is here. The door to it is door 24. Did Paul have access to door 24? He did not. So he couldn't have got to room 109. Oh, absolutely. If you go to detectivesociety.com, you could definitely order them. But as Thibaut says, it will probably be quite expensive in terms of postage. But you could it's definitely orderable in the US. You could definitely order it. So we can't get to 109 because D24 is not there. So I'm going to cross that off. 111 is here. To get there, D23. He doesn't have access to D23. But could he get there through D22? Well, he hasn't got access to D22. He would have to come up these stairs. He would have to come up through these stairs or these stairs. So he needs to come through at least D22 and D23. We have no D22, D23 here. So I feel like 111 we can ignore. I hope people agree. Do people agree? 109 is accessible through D25 as well. It has, but it has. Oh, I see. Because you could go through there. That is true. He doesn't have access to D25. He does have access to D26, so he can. Oh, he could go through there. Okay, that's very annoying. D26 is this one, and that last one. This last one is indeed D26. So actually, he can go through here, 26, through there, but he can't get to 111. Yes, absolutely, Puzzle Love. You're very welcome. So am I right in thinking he definitely can't get to 111 because he would have to go through a minimum of 20... Oh, no, could he go through 24? He can't go through 24. Shall I mark the doors he can go through on here? So apologies if I'm going to send this to you, Thibaut, in the future, but I'm going to mark the doors he can go through with a pen. So he can go through... D1, which is colour. What colour am I going to use? This is the important thing. Are you going to do it in green? Thank you for being understanding. Okay, D1. He can go through D1. He can go through D2, D3, D4. Is that showing up? It is showing up. Good. D5, D8, D10, D11, 12 and 13, 20, which is in the basement, 21, which is this one here, and 26. So the only door he can go through in the first floor is D26. Indeed, Edam. But I think with just doing that bit's absolutely fine. It is an asparagus. It is an asparagus colour. So 109. So 109 is the first room that we have been booked. So to get here, you must go through. You can get in there through D26. So he can, as long as he can get up the stairs, which I assume is here. So yeah, here's the entrance. He can go up here, and then up. He can get upstairs, and then he can go through here. He can get to 109, but he can't get to 111 because he can't get through here. What about these stairs? Let's have a quick... Well, it doesn't matter because he can't get through here. So he cannot get to 111. Indeed, I've already lost my eraser. So 109 is a possible. G08. Let's have a look for G08. If you start here, can you get to G08? So here is G08. So we can go through here. Can't go through here. Where else can you get into? This is the only way. So you have to come through here. You can't go through D7. I don't think you can get to G08. Do you agree? I think G08 is blocked off. So I think G08 is gone. Indeed. Our first floor is the first floor off the ground for those who live in America. G27 is here. You can't get through the toilets, thankfully. G27 is here. Can we get here? You can go here. You can go along this corridor. I think... Ooh. Oh. Are we going to be able to like go down in the basement, walk along the basement and come back up or something? So G27 is the one I'm currently interested in here. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing any way to get there. So you have to go... If you go through here, you can go... It is a strangely shaped... This is a very good point. It is a strangely shaped building. So I can go up here. But then I'm stuck here because I can't get in there. If I go along here, I can go along here. I can go along here. I can get to these stairs. Then I can go through here. And then I can get to here, although I could have got there anyway. All those are our thing. That opens to outside. Yeah, that's some form of roller shutter. I don't think you can get to G27. I don't think you can. So I'm going to mark that off as well. G29 is next. Surely you can get to G29. Yeah, because if I can get here, so if I go through here, along these corridors, down here, go down the stairs, and then through here. Hello, Scott. Good evening.
Hello. Sorry for that. Well, being a little delayed, but I'm glad to be here. Glad to see all of you. It looks like you are trying to figure out. You have a blackmailer, and you're trying to figure out where they're going.
Absolutely. And it's a very convoluted puzzle, so we're just starting with which rooms can Paul access.
So, may I spend 30 seconds on a quick soapbox rant? Because I need to stir your chat up. Yeah, very unique is completely fine. You can be unique has a sense of meaning unusual, and that has a gradient on it. So it's fine. Then even in a field of 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, the 3 is unique. But I would say in the field 2, 2, 2, 100, 2, 2, the 100 is very unique. It stands out. It is a bigger outlier.
It's amazing.
I'm right. There you go.
It's amazing how wrong you can be.
Isn't it amazing how wrong you can be?
Good evening. I'm glad you're here.
I love you. I love you all. No, we gotta stir the pot up a little bit. You know what? Let's do a poll. Let's do this democracy. Let's do a quick poll. Let's see. The poll will be just see who is right.
You can get to G29.
Me?
Whilst you've done that,
not me. There you go.
You can get to G29. You can get through here, go through here, go through. D9 you can't go through, but you can get to G29. I promise you can get G29. So we've got 2 possible rooms. BO5 is our next one. And I don't know whether you can get to BO5. So here we go. Can't get in there. Let's go downstairs through here. Can get through there. Can't get to BO5 because you need to be able to. You must go through either this staircase, which is D9, and or D18, D19. Can't do any of those. So can't do BO5. B10. Hopefully we can access. I believe we can. Because we could do G29, which we had to go past this to get. So, yes, we go over here, along here, or at least through there, and then through here, in these stairs, along here, and you can definitely get to B10. So I now have 3 rooms that we can access, and 3 rooms only. Room 109, G29, and B10.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yay!
I'm gonna say Foggy thinks BO5 might be accessible, but I think
no.
I think that blocks both the stair and the corridor.
Indeed, there's you have to go through one of the following: D9 to get if you wanted to just come in through these stairs, and you can't get through D9. D18, D19, we can't do any of those. So that's all good. So I'm happy with those. Can I email him those 3 doors? Will I get a response if I email Arthur with those 3 doors? Or do I
think that's fair.
Or do I just have to...
Just say, yeah. Because you need to figure out 2 things. You need to figure out... Well, you want to figure out the bad person, right?
Yes, that is the ultimate game. That is what we're trying to do this month. Find a blackmailer.
Really what you're looking for, you found half of it. You found out where they want to be, right? What rooms have the equipment. Now you need to figure out who has access to it.
That is true.
So, you got a whole list of people, right?
Yes, indeed. So I have here...
Oh, Dan, can you read the poll out real quick?
Who is right? Not me.
There you go. Thank you. All right. I'm glad we've established that.
Right. Okay. Well, this looks terrible, so I'm not going to do that. So I do have here. So which one of these people have access to 109, G29, and B10? 109, yes. G29, yes. B10, no. 109, yes. G29, yes. B10, you do, Alina. You do. G29, B10, and 109. Okay, you do as well. But we have narrowed down Abigail. Abigail is not our suspect. 109, G29, and B10, you do as well. Hendrik, 109, G29, B10. Why do you all... 109, G29, B10. Stupid! You all do. 109, G29, B10. Well, I'm hoping that at least 2 people will get knocked out here. 109, G29, it's not Abigail. We've eliminated 1 suspect. That is a start. Okay. So I do have little coins here. I do have some little coins here. Those are going to come into play later on. Because we're going to be tracing out routes, I imagine. Because we've been given times here. We've got times 00 to 55. So every 5 minutes. So we'll know where every 5 minutes they will be. But we'll probably need to know when they're going to break in for that.
Do you have... What other information do you have?
So much.
Yes. I'm only going to hint out is, do not feel frustrated. This is not a linear piece by piece thing. You've got no.
This is everything is just going to merge in this puzzle.
You got a lot of work to do. But you'll be okay.
It's one giant puzzle this week. So we do have IT information. Can you read this, by the way? This Dear Detective thing and this grid. Can you read that, people in the chat? I don't know whether you can. Just because I've got the camera up very high for the big floor plan. Okay.
Dear Detective, these are the hourly patrol routes on the night before the Cosmos AI event. Okay. These are all the rooms that the guards will do.
Okay. So what I will try and do. So I've got an old shoebox. I will try and put things on there. I did have a black covering on it, a t-shirt, but it looked rubbish like that. So you're just going to have to deal with
that'll help.
The couple.
That helps.
Yeah, indeed. Okay. So we've got the file systems that we can look at. We also have this weird S-Bahn thing and a ticket that goes along with it. So we need to find out where he was going to do the thing. But I need more information than that.
Yes, you do. What else do you have? What's the thing from IT that you have?
The thing from IT.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a good question. I've put it somewhere. So it's we have two. We have a file system and an email system. So we should probably look at that. What is going on? Ah, that's what's going on. I had rested my cup of coffee on my space bar. I wondered why that was going a bit crazy. We do have a password to crack as well. That is very true. Shall we have a go at that?
Let's have a go.
I'm going to that. So if you want to go to it, it is, and I will put this in the chat, Hanover Centre, centre.de/internal-staff-hub. Good. Here we are. If you want to go here, you are more than welcome. So today's date is the 4th of May. Don't know whether you spotted it earlier, but someone triggered the May the 4th be with you klaxon that was that happened earlier. I was very pleased. Log in here. Okay, so we need a username and password. So we have the information from Clemens, I think. Clemens had a password in January of KF, so that's his initials, 0801SP. And we know that Helga Velter had the password HW0002IT in February 8 years ago. So that's the second month 8 years ago. Have there been... What was the number on the other one? 0801. Ah, so in January it was the 8th year, but the first month. And the passwords change every month. So we know that the number is going to now be 0805 because we're in May. So it's the initials, 0805, and then 2 letters that I'm not certain of yet. Who are we trying to log in as? I forget.
I'm gonna give this one to Arch Davidson. I think he's cracked the first part of it. The last 2 digits. So what is the positions of these 2 people? What are their jobs?
Clemens was security, head of security, I think.
Full name? Full department name?
Oh, right, okay. Not sure. Not sure where I would find it.
Security personnel.
Oh, that's SP, isn't it?
And Helga's?
Helga is in IT, I assume. So IT.
So you've worked out how much of these 8 character passwords? How much have you worked out?
I think we've got it all. Well, we know what they represent. So 0805, that is the month and year since the password system was set up. The first 2 letters will be the initials of the person you're logging in as. And then the last 2 will be the initials of the department that they work in. But I've forgotten who I'm trying to be logging in as. Is it meant to be Paul?
Well, you have 8 possible guards, right? Maybe you should just snoop around a little bit.
Okay, not quite sure what you mean by that. Intriguing.
Well, you're trying to figure out you have a list of people. You're trying to figure out the blackmailer, right?
Yes.
So
I can log in as all of them.
Let's just do a Piers Morgan, basically.
Harsh, but fair. So I do have here 8 pieces of paper with their, actually 6. So I've got Abigail Wolf, their role, security personnel. So with that, based on that alone, I know AW0805 SP will be this person's log on. And I've got, on the back of them, they've got competencies and various other notes and things like that on the back of them. Everyone could see every file. That is true because it led to some interesting employment tribunals. It says, if your manager can see a file about you, then you can also see the same file. Anyway, so username. Oh, hang on. What's the usernames? I don't know the usernames. Employees use the same password for both systems. Password system, yeah, but I don't have a... my username. We do know the username for Clemens, because Clemens is a Muppet and has told me that his is Fkle. F-K-L-E. So we know that his password would be KL0805SP. That's the username for the file system, not the username for the email system. Darn. Okay. Do we know what the usernames are doing? I don't know. Don't see that. Don't see that we've had that. Paul hasn't said anything.
Well, let's see the username things that you said here.
Sorry, what do you mean?
Well, how did you, I wasn't there for the beginning part. So what is the username format that you have?
My username for the file system, Clemens has said his username for the file system is FKLE.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that should work then. Maybe I just got it wrong. FKLE. And so his password should be KF. Oh, I think I put KP. KF0805.
Are you sure? Read it again.
KF for Clemens. January last year. Okay, so it's 0905. And then SP. There we go. It was 0905 last year. Sneaky. So we now have access, thank you, Clemens, to the internal email system and the internal file system. Let's have a look.
That's useful.
Secure as ever. Love it. Hello, Clemens. We need more guards. Yep. Resident permit. Hi, Clemens. Just remind upload resident permit. Right to work in the country. Okay. Abby is having issues with proving that she has the right to work in the country. Okay. Interesting. Checking in Gisela. Hi, Gisela. I know you've been a bit quiet recently. I want to check in with you, make sure everything is okay. Don't want you to worry about me, but thank you for your concern. Lost dog collar. Hi, Clemens. I think you might misunderstand the purpose of our charity. Save the kittens! Hooray! It's Save the Kittens! I think you might misunderstand. So we primarily exist to find homes in the UK for rescued cats and kittens. We do not help relocate missing pets nor collars. Perhaps if it were a collar belonging... I've recently lost my dog's collar and I'd very much like to find it. Clemens, no.
Can you make the text a little larger just because of the email size, if that's all right?
Yeah, absolutely. How's that?
One more notch if that's okay.
Yeah,
okay. Tiba says ta. That's fine.
There we go. Perhaps my colleague recently worked with a detective agency named the Detective Society. Perhaps you could get in touch with them. Hooray! So we dealt with Save the Kittens a fair amount in the last season. Annual performance review from Ralph. Hi, Clemens. I don't really get those comments are fair. Can you please change them? Oh, so Ralph is not happy with his Ralph looks tasty. With his, so he's going to be the one that's the really annoying person, the mole or whatever you're going to call it. So, annual performance review. I'm just writing down next to his, and he does look tasty. If that is what he looks like. Yes, thank you. R.E. Milk from Klaus. On your way in this evening, would you mind picking up some milk? We've run out and I can't leave my desk. I'll repay you straight away. Fine. Okay, so that's the inbox. Drafts. Your draft's empty. Sent. Hi, Hannah. I'll arrange for 8 guards to work that night. Fine. Resident permit. We need to prove that you still have the right to work in Germany. Otherwise, you'll be deported. Lost dog collar. Yep, we saw that. These reviews are based on comments from your supervisors and fellow colleagues. I'm sorry you don't like them, but I would advise you to amend your behaviour. Oh dear, naughty Ralph. Okay.
Do you remember the pre-comment about you said about this episode when we were talking about this offline?
Lots of notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. your annual performance review has been uploaded. Your annual performance review, performance review, performance review. Okay. Milk. Yes. Trash. What is in the trash? Trash is empty. Spam. Therefore, you need to buy my diet pills because you look so big boy. My pills have quick results. This is from Mulvaria, isn't it? Because it's Mulvarian dollars. Dear. My pills are also very cheap, just 74,900 Mulvarian dollars for 20 pills.
What's the exchange rate? It was like 25
it was either 25 or 40 or 50.
Well, still, that's
like
a lot. That's a lot of money for pills.
Yeah. You'll be less big in no time. Please reply to this email with your bank details, and I'll send it to you straight away. I mean,
you have to send a mail to that address. just say your bank account. Just say your bank account is like 3 or whatever, But
okay, got to be done.
Yep.
My bank account. Yes, I'll do it like this as well. Count. Okay. My bank details are 123456. Sort code 123456 78. Will that actually get a response?
God, I hope it does.
Oh, it'd be so good. I've made some notes. So Abigail, residency permit, and Ralph, annual performance review, was displeased with his performance review and was told that it was his colleagues. Yeah, everyone send me money. Thank you for your order. Thank you for ordering my pills to make you less big. I will send them out to you real quick if your details were good. Thank you. I could do with a bit of slimming. It's the details. It's the little details. Oh, thank you for that. Okay, so that is that.
There is absolutely no point to do that,
No.
but I'm so glad we did. So
that is that.
Should we look at the internal files now?
Yes, yeah. I'm just trying to get back there. I appear to have...
Oh, no, you were there.
Oh, internal staff files. Here we are. Yearly review card. For Clemens. So this looks exactly... There was nothing in the drafts folder, Foggy. So this looks exactly the same as the cards that I've got here for the other people. So Clemens, head of security, 9 years. Punctuality, 10s all round. Yes, because there's stuff on the back as well. I find it quite bizarre that I have to write my own review card. So that's why it's got 10s all round, of course. But no one else in the business wants to review the head of security, so I take it upon myself for legal reasons. I think that I'm personally doing a stellar job. I really enjoy working with all my staff. I look forward to continue to improve myself and them next year. Okay, so Clemens is that. I'm actually going to print that for no reason. Just... yeah, there you go. Just in case I need to look at it later. Okay, so that's all the information we have for him, but we have to... I mean, we've got all the yearly review cards, so we don't need to look at them online, but we might need to look at their emails. But we need to know their addresses. The 2 temp staff are Hendrik... hang on, I've already got Clemens, it turns out. I didn't need to print it, damn it. Waste of ink. Clemens, Hendrik and Evelina. So they do not have review cards because they're temps. If you want more information about them, it's best to contact Janet at this email address. So let's contact Janet. Janet Menru at tempstaffglobal.com. Tell me more. Tell us more about Hendrik, our Slur, and which I can't spell, S-L-E-R, and Evelina Patrickson. Or else. Nice and non-threatening there. Nice and non-threatening.
All right. So I'm going to just say, let's go through as many of the other things and just kind of work out all this stuff.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully,
just to kind of steer this out. Yeah.
Just waiting for an email to pop back in. Here we go. Hi there, you must be the detective Clemens was telling me about. I am more than happy to help. Evelina is a model employee. She's so lovely and friendly. She doesn't often come to social gatherings, but the other day she brought her family to the annual Temp Staff Global Party. We had a photo booth with car wheels, lights, leather sofas, the whole hog. You can see a picture of her with her husband and children here, actually. Okay. I hope this is useful to you. Okay, so you only did Evelina. Do I need to do you again for the other one? I must have misspelt it. Here's the party photo. That is Evelina, her husband Thomas, and their children in our car and leather sofa themed photo booth. Okay, there's got to be a reason we've been told that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a party photo, but that looks like suspiciously like a phone number. Oh, it's one digit too short.
It's just
that number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is it? What else have you?
See our monthly newsletter here. Newsletter 109. Okay, they've done a bake-off. Over 5 staff members took part in the challenge, which was to bake a loaf of bread. Jane won, and she was the only one who made something that both looked and tasted like bread. Quick note to say that Gareth Waghorn is disqualified from all future bake-offs, and he has been given a written warning for serving the judges a piece of cardboard coloured in so that it looked like bread. Not funny. Peter suffered a paper cut to the throat. Unfortunately, we've received some negative reviews recently in terms of staff reviews, most notably one claiming that the experienced sous chef we supplied them with was in fact an otter in a hat. We really need to drown out these negative reviews with positive ones, so please do your best, although I stress that paying people to leave good reviews is very much frowned upon, so if that is what you're planning on doing, please don't get caught. Suzanne Bakerson was married to 15 people at the same time. Well, as that's the case, all staff are reminded that we do not permit our staff to be bigamists, as that leaves them susceptible to blackmail. And look, Evelina Patrickson is here with her husband Tord and their 2 children. Now, Tord does not look very much like Thomas here, does it? Thomas looks lovely. So, Evelina is a bigamist. So, she is susceptible to blackmail. That is what we have learned. Evelina, blackmail, ? Because of bigamy. Okay, so we found out that.
Good.
So that's good. So we weren't told anything, though, about Hendrik. Did I spell it wrong? Or HENDRIKOURS? I spelt it right.
I sent a separate email, I would say.
Okay. Reply to Janet. Hendrik Ausler, you otter in a hat, you. Hopefully that'll get a response.
I remember at the beginning you were so cordial, and now just blurring the stuff.
It has degraded such. Thomas also does look lovely. Agreed. SSTA. Yeah. I can scratch his chin. Okay, come on. Hi there. Hendrik Ausler is a little strange. He gives us an air of wealth, which is strange for our temp staff. I actually asked HR team to look into his financial history just to check everything is above board. I haven't actually looked at the report yet. You can be first. Awesome. Here is the financial report. Financial audit of Hendrik Ausler. Yeah, okay. Financial audit. As part of an internal audit into some of our temporary staff, we've collected together all documents of significance relating to him in order to determine whether he's in substantial debt. Because if he is, he might be open to bribery, coercion or blackmail. I'm going to posit that he is open to blackmail. I reckon he'll be in debt. On the 13th of August 2018, he purchased 100,000 shares in the company Pegs. Please find the letter. Dear Mr. Ausler, confirm we've approved your loan application. We will shortly be transferring you the money required to purchase 100,000 shares in Pegs. It's due for repayment in 2 years' time. So, of course, that is August 2020. Oh dear, the share price has gone. And hang on, let's have a look. So, he did it in August 2018. So, August 2018 is here when the price is about 3.5. August 2020, if he sold them then, of course we don't know when he sold them, but it's much lower. So, he's in a lot of trouble if that's the case. On the 11th of August 2020, then sold them. Yes, he is in trouble. It's a seventh of the value. Oh dear. Yours sincerely, Mr. Shares Quick. On the 9th of July 2020, Mr. Owsler received this letter from his solicitor. I'm writing with regards to Mrs. Ingrid Owsler. I don't believe you ever met Mrs. Owsler, but our research shows she was your third cousin, twice removed, which make her your close living relative. I regret to inform you that she passed away last June, but she left an estate valued at €300,000, to which you are the sole heir. Once the necessary checks have been made, funds will be transferred to you. Okay, so we need to work out. So a share is in euros, and he purchased 100,000 of them in August at 3.5. It was then worth half. So basically that 100,000 went down by 7. But he's got this extra 300,000 euros now, so he's not in debt at all. He's not in debt at all. So actually, surprisingly, we can rule him out because he is not in debt.
One thing, as an aside, this is in real life. This is a real thing. The Department of Defense, when you apply for security clearance, you can be denied. If you want to appeal that decision for a human being, that information, those findings are public, and you can download them. And they really do look for things like, are you in debt? Have you lied on a previous application? As to determine whether or not to grant you security clearance. It's actually a very fascinating and very public read about, these kind of things.
Well,
it's not a question of being. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he's actually not in debt.
Yeah, it's not a question of being in debt. It's whether you're not susceptible to blackmail. Someone who is down 100,000 may be able to be turned if you just slide a suitcase of 150,000. That is a factor into those decisions. It's a real thing. Yeah, that's the end of the file.
That is the end of the file. So we've eliminated 2 suspects. We've eliminated Hendrik and we've eliminated Abigail Wolf because she did not have access to all 3 rooms that she needed to have access to. So we're getting there. There's still 6 people who it could be. Who is the security guy? What was the name of the actual guy? Because I bet it's going to end up being him. Clemens. I bet it's going to be Clemens, the head of security. I bet it's him. Because he did his own support card, so you never know. Why did he need to sell the stock? Well, I don't know. I think, he just did, and he did it at a terrible time. He should have done it here. But anyway, hey, ours is not to wonder why.
Remember, the timing is that he got the inheritance, and oh, okay, well, and if you can see the graph, it doesn't. I doubt that stock's coming back. So I would just cut. If I came into a big sum of money and I was in the hole, I would just kind of give up on the stock and move on. Remember, the inheritance was in July. The sale was in August.
So we have investigated those 2. We need to get into the file system, though, for the other 6 people, though, I assume. Is that right?
I would hope. Maybe. Let's try that.
Oh, dear. Okay. So let me go to that file place again that I've already forgotten. hanovercenter.de/internal staff hub. Okay. So we need to
stop stealing babies, chat.
Why are we stealing babies? If it's an aphrodisiac, if you grind them up, then that's absolutely fine. I'm happy with that. Okay, right. I don't know what is next because I can't think. We're still missing all these password usernames because we've got the passwords. The passwords we can find out. It's going to be 2 letters, 0905. And then 2 letters. That's fine.
Why is it 09?
Because hang on. Oh, it's the year at the company. Oh, hang on. If I just show you this, years at company. So it's actually May because it's the 5th month of the year, but he's worked there 9 years, so it's 0905 because of that. So it'll be 0405 if they've been here for 5 years. But I don't know. Why is it FKLE for Clemens? Hang on. Oh, Clemens. The first letter of Clemens is K, and so KF are his initials. Reverse them; those are your first 2. The second letters of Clemens and Fertig are LE, so put them there. And I think that is his username.
Oh, okay.
So The next person is Alina Dieter. Alina, A-L-E-N-A, Dieter, D-I-E-T-E-R. So A-D is her initials. So they go at the start, but reversed. And then you put the second letters in the correct order afterwards. So it'd be L-I. That is how I think the username works. Her password would be AD 0405, because she's worked at the company for 4 years, which I have on this piece of paper, which I haven't shown you. And she was a security personnel, so that's SP. What have I done wrong?
You've worked in big companies before, right?
Yes.
What kind of email addresses do companies give you?
First name dot last name at company.com.
Mm-hmm.
Or f.clemens is what they're saying. Oh, right.
Yeah.
So
it's okay.
D.
Yeah. Dan has to solve these. Oh, sorry, puzzle lover. So my job is to read the chat and to kind of keep up with these things. I'm just letting Dan
be wrong
because it's his puzzle. He gets to solve these things.
So I'm going to say that my way was also correct. It just turned out to be wrong. So it's the first letter of the initial and then the first three letters.
It was a very unique approach to solving the problem.
Shush you. Stoke that fire. Okay, Alina, let's have a look at your file system. Here's your yearly review. Alina, yes, 4 years. Punctuality, not good. Professionalism, 6. Initiative, 6. 884. Alina is a very well-meaning member of staff, always enthusiastic and friendly. Unfortunately falls short on a number of requirements that are actually desirable in doing the job. Her company service style is erratic. Sometimes she's the nicest person in the building and sometimes she's just downright rude. I know she was the victim of a robbery recently. I should get in touch to see how she is. Robbery. Okay. Interesting. Application documents. Okay, so this is a CV.
Where was the robbery part? Was that in the review?
Yes.
I didn't see that on the screen.
Oh, sorry. Let me put that on the screen. Yeah. Yes, it was. There it was. Oh, no. Okay. It's on this card. It's on the printout.